Hey everybody, this is Elizabeth Haslett from Silver Nest Homeschooling, and I wanted to go over today a series that has really affected and changed and blessed my kids, particularly my second and my fourth. These are God's Generals for kids, and they're a series that talks about different heroes of the faith, their challenges, their successes, and how God used them despite all of the things that they either went through or even caused on their own. We just love these. They're so full of powerful miracles, stories, and they filled in a lot of history for me from the late 1800s until the early 1900s of what God was doing in the church. And I'd heard stuff like the Welsh Revival or Azusa Street, but I didn't really understand what they were referring to until I went through and read these as well. They're a very quick read. They don't take very long. They have real pictures in them. They have different different chronicles of what happened and how it happened, with different revival meetings, people getting saved, healed, delivered. And there's a whole slew of them. This is the pile of what I have currently because I have lent them out a whole bunch, and it's very readable in the sense that they have a lot of, they're not hard to grasp or read. My kids get through them pretty fast. They have a lot of encouragement for you to not quit, even if you feel like you're not everything that you should be. They just remind you of the fact that God used regular people that struggled. And then at the very back for homeschooling, they have a lot of suggestions and questions and things that you can walk your children through. We didn't do this as much because I discovered it after they had devoured them all, but there's activities, there's questions. It's just a really great resource for filling in the spirit-filled, if your family walks in that beliefs and trusting, that this is just a great background to fill in those places. Amy McPherson Simple, Charles Parham, some of these I'd never even, upside down, sorry guys, I had never even heard of, but I had heard of Smith Wigglesworth, John Lake Amy. So Jack Coe. For my kids, I started with all the girls because I have most, at the time, all my girls were the ones reading them, and then added in the guys. But yeah, they've been really, really, really powerful, and highly recommend them if you're looking for something to spark their faith and to push them further this coming up spring, or you're trying to find something to stick in their stocking for Christmas. These are just fantastic. I would say they're my favorite thing that we've discovered for most of homeschooling. I feel like they're the most practical, they're the most useful, and I guess that sounds very generic, but really, honestly, I don't know how to say it, but they were like life-changing for me. It made me want to stand taller, made me want to pray more, made me want to trust more, made me want to ask God to do bigger and greater and more powerful things in my life, in my kids' life, to just be closer to Jesus. And isn't that really the kind of thing that we want to put in our kids' hands? Things that will make them want to get closer to Jesus. So anyway, I hope that encourages you, helps you. If you haven't discovered this series, there is a grown-up version. We did try that. We found them very boring and dry. Sorry, wonderful, fabulous people who created the grown-up version. But thank you for the kid version. Anyway, also, if you get the older version, this is the newer, updated version. It doesn't have all those questions in the back. All right, thanks. Have a great day.